Vibrational blessings and divine love and very harmonious greetings to each and every single one of you beautiful souls out there on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, StreamYard. Blessings, and it's great to be here with you guys. Welcome to Samadhi here in Yuma, Arizona. Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School in Yuma, Arizona, where it's not about positivity, it's not about negativity, it's about authenticity. It's about genuineness. It's about realness. It's about rawness. It's about you. And today we're going to talk about, for the month of May, let me give you guys a little quick background for your first time. For the month of May, for the month of January it was foundation. For the month of February it was unconditional love. For the month of March it was a month of miracles. For the month of April is a month of allowing by letting go. For the month of May it's mayi. And mayi is giving yourself permission. It means permission and it means possibilities. So what possibilities are you experiencing by what permission you give yourself? So today's topic is mayi. May I rewrite my story no matter what my current story is now. Again, may I rewrite my story no matter what my current story is now. So what is your story now? And are you reliving your story that you've been telling you? Or are you telling yourself a different story, even though it doesn't appear true? Are you willing to see the truth and the story that you desire? So, again, welcome to Samadhi. We are going to take a moment to breathe, as here in Samadhi we believe in the power and the authenticness of the breath, which it is the greatest way to center ourselves and to remember who we are. So let's just take a deep, deep breath. Let's just allow ourselves to let go. And just be present for a moment, just for a moment. Vibrational blessings and divine love. Feel this moment. Feel the potential of this moment. Now take a deep breath. And all is one, ready to receive. Thank you again, everyone, for being here, for being with us. And let's begin. So, what are you believing right now of what's showing up in your life right now that we keep telling ourselves what our story is? Are you telling yourself a story that you've been living for the past 10 years? For the past 5 years? For the past year? And is that story serving your life experience? And if it's not, what are you willing to do to experience something that's just called new? To experience something greater, which is possible. Remember, May, possibilities. This is a possibility for you. So, if you never gave yourself the opportunity, the permission to experience that, then my other question to you is, what are you waiting for? Or, who are you waiting for? Because if you're waiting for someone to show up, to retell your story, to rewrite your story, or if you're waiting for something to show up, again, to rewrite your story, or to have the courage to rewrite your story, the opportunity to rewrite your story, why not now? What are you waiting for? Because what you're waiting for is what's waiting. It's waiting for you to show up. It's not waiting for someone to show up. It's not waiting for something to show up. It's waiting for you to show up. Yeah, love? Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I'm just sitting here waiting to say my name and who is sitting here next to you.
Go ahead.
Yes, talking about rewriting, and I know Michael is sharing our with our public to make sure that they come on. I mean, it may sound redundant about rewriting stories and everybody's sharing their stories in a certain way, but rewriting is a whole different thing, because that means you need to stop your old ways of thinking. You need to stop the, especially when you beat yourself up or you think it's probably too late. A lot of people get to a certain age and think, what for? Why would I even care to rewrite anything? I've made a mess of it this far, or this is what it's supposed to be like, just leave it alone. But it's never too late. It's never too late to write your story, to rewrite that story. But in doing that, it takes practice. It takes practice of letting go of the pride, of letting go of the fears, of letting go of the idea of what it was supposed to be like. And maybe it's not the storybook fantasy type of life that you thought you were going to have. But if you really look deep and go to the core of why it is the way it is, you can reroute it and start over. You know, reroute the way you're thinking, sweetheart.
Okay.
I know what I said. Okay. Reroute the way you're thinking, because that's the thing. You get on a path and you think you have to stay on that path, and that's the way it has to be till you die, and it doesn't. You have that freedom and that capability more than anything. And when you become aware of it, it's great power to you to be able to take that pen and rewrite your story, so that maybe it didn't start out to be such a great story. Maybe the middle part of your story has some turbulence in it. But when you rewrite it, you don't need to end it the way you started. Or you don't need to end it on a sour note. End it by knowing that you did the best that you could with what you have, and that you took that responsibility of rewriting your story.
Thank you, Ali. That's a very important reminder, because actually what I've discovered in my own life is we're actually rewiring our brain. By rewriting our story, we're actually rewiring the connections in our mind. And no one else can do that. This is why taking self-responsibility, personal responsibility, is so freeing. We're waiting for someone or something to save us. We're waiting for someone or something to show up. And here's my question to you, everyone, is when you retell your story, when you rewrite your story, you might not see your story right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not your story. Because even in me, as a personal example, is when I started coming into this path of awareness, of awakening, whatever you want to call it, I would hear everyone talking about how happy they are, how amazing life is from these little transformations that they've done. And I would be on like calls, we'd be on weekly calls, and I'd be like, man, I've been at this for like 3 years. Why isn't it happening for me? And I was wondering why. Was I not good enough? Was I not like aware enough? Was I not worthy enough? All these different factors came into play. And the thing about it is, it was like I was just running around in circles, because I was looking for something that I was going to hear. I was looking for someone to show me or tell me something, instead of telling myself, instead of convincing myself. So, again, I'm going to ask you guys these questions. Are you believing your current reality, or are you shaping and unfolding your greater version of your greater reality? You're experiencing this current reality from yesterday's actions, last week's words, last month's emotions, last year's thoughts, and prior intentions. Are you reshaping your intentions, thoughts, emotions, words, and actions today for a greater tomorrow from a stronger presence in your present moment, in this moment? Are you taking the action now? Listen and give yourself permission to rewrite your story, to live and express a greater story from a greater inner truth. Think about this for a moment. We wait and we wait and we wait and we wait for some external dependency to say something, to show up, to reveal something. when we don't take the action, the responsibility, because we were given the authority, we were given the responsibility, we were given the blessing, the opportunity to transform our own lives. And whatever you believe, whatever your belief is, it doesn't go against what you believe in. Because when you take the responsibility of your life, whatever you believe in, whatever your family, life, whatever you believe in, God is waiting for you to take action. It's not going to take action for you. This wouldn't be unconditional love. This would be conditioned love. Oh, I'm going to do this because you need to do that. No. God, life, our family is waiting for us to show up. And in us showing up, we give permission to others to show up. So watch how oxymoron that is. We wait for others, and we don't realize they're waiting for us. Because we're all looking at each other to say, when is someone going to stand up? When is someone going to speak up? When is someone going to take action? And there's those few in the world that take action, that are the game changers of our reality. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Martin Luther King, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Mother Teresa, what's that one? Rosa Parks, what's the Helen Keller. I'm just drawing a blank, guys. I have lots. There's so many examples that very few people chose to live their life. They didn't live life waiting for permission from others, because if not, they would have never took action. If you look at the game changers, they went against their current reality and they made things happen because they didn't wait for people to make things happen. They stepped up and they stepped into who they are, and they brought who they are to the forefront of the table of life. That is your opportunity. And you don't have to do this in a great way. You can do it in a great way, but you can do it in a simple way. Give yourself permission to be you today. Give yourself permission to follow your heart today. Give yourself permission to think differently today. Give yourself permission to perceive differently today. Give yourself permission to question everything today. Give yourself permission to be kind today. Give yourself permission to be compassionate with yourself today and reflect that with others. Give yourself permission to love yourself today and reflect that with others. Be the gift that you've been waiting for yourself and in turn for others. Rewrite your story today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next week. Don't wait for next month. Don't wait for next year. Don't wait for your next life. Do it today. Because you are the transformation that you've been waiting to see in the world. Because there's so much goodness, there's so much greatness happening. But where are you putting your attention on? Because just because it is today doesn't mean that that's what's true. Because what's true today is what was true before. So are we willing to transform today for tomorrow? Or are we finding and letting excuses stop us, and then tomorrow, next week, next month, we're going to say the same thing we said today? Are you willing to stop this cycle of insanity, doing the same thing again and 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 again, expecting different results? Or are you willing to take a different action today, and a different action tomorrow, and a different action again and 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 again, to experience the you that's been waiting patiently, lovingly, compassionately, presently for you to step up? Are you willing and ready to step up? If so, join the club. And if you need assistance, we're here to guide you, to remind you, to reflect what we've come into. Because if you would have talked to the Michael 10 years ago, if you would have talked to the Ali 5 years ago, you would not be having this conversation with us. We'd be telling you how true our story is. and that it works for other people. It just doesn't work for us. And we will tell you many excuses why it doesn't work. Job Obai says, God bless you, dear servants of God. God bless you, brother. And another great servant of God that is retelling his story, that is rewriting his story, that is standing in the truth of God by serving people in Africa, in Kenya. Thank you, brother. We will see you very shortly. We are manifesting that reality to go and serve Kenya. We will be there very soon, brother. We will see you. We'll be able to hug you. We'll be able to share that amazing space with all our brothers and sisters that are reflecting God's truth. Give our love to everyone, your families, and the whole community. And send them our love. Everybody, please send Job your love. He is a man on fire for God, for spirit, creating a greater reality for Kenya. Why? Because that is just what I was just sharing. Job Obai is stepping into his truth. Job Obai is standing out, marking a great footprint for generations to come. Because he doesn't just want to be comfortable. He's willing to step into the uncomfortableness to create a greater comfort for him, his family, and his congregation. Thank you, Job. Thank you for all your work. Oh, someone else is on with us. Vincent Okimi. Blessings, brother. Oh, man, we haven't seen you in a while. Love you, brother. Jesus Diaz. Oksana Beam. Thank you for joining us. Blessings to you all. Job Obai says, and I'm posting it on the video, God bless you, dear servant of God. God bless you too, brother. And you only see the blessings in me because it's the blessings inside of you. And I love you, brother. I love your passion. I love your heart. If you guys don't know who Job Obai is, please friend him, connect with him, and support him. He's doing great, great, great things in Kenya. So, we do got to go because we do got other responsibilities. Just wanted to do a really short video and to remind you guys, rewrite your story so you can retell your story. And don't wait for your story to change. Your story is not going to change if you're not willing to take the pen back, the authority, the responsibility that God has given us, that the Spirit has blessed us with life, with intellect, with wisdom, with consciousness, to rewrite so we can retell our story, so we can remind others of what's possible. So blessings, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Ali?
Ciao, everybody.
And if this message has touched you in any way, share this. Right now, whoever comes on your heart, whoever comes to mind right now, share this message with them. Because that is the Spirit speaking to you to share. And in sharing this with others, they rewrite and retell their story. We will create a greater collective story because we will collectively rewrite life on earth. So, do us a favor, do yourself a favor, and please, if you feel, sign up for our classes. Learn, remember how to retell your story from a more authentic space. And go with the flow of consciousness. Let Spirit guide you so you can bring Spirit on a whole nother level to the world. Thank you for everyone doing your work. Blessings to our students, because without our students, we cannot be where we're at. They bless us in so many ways. Blessings to our families, to our friends, for those that persecute us and resist us and criticize us. Blessings to you, because we would not be here rewriting our story if we didn't have the pain, if we didn't have the challenges, if we didn't have the turbulence in our lives that called us to ask for more, that called us to step into more. So thank you, each and every single one of you. You are all a blessing, and I bless you. I thank you, and I honor you. Thank you, everyone. Blessings. Have a great, amazing day. Rewrite your story. Oh shoot, I'm shifting. Thank you, everyone.